Hello, everyone! Welcome to our show, Behind the Curtain. I am Zach Farron of Fable Cry. Now, we are going to have a very delightful and wonderful guest, one of our very favorites, and also she's been a part of these streams that we've been playing around with on previous platforms. So you're probably familiar, you're definitely familiar with her work. First, let me say hello to a few of you who are already here while we were getting set up. Hello, Jay. It was quiet. Everything was intentional. Can you hear the music now? Perhaps like that. It's not that important. You can see the music on my face. Eric. Oh, we did a delightful little stream. It's going to be just the word of the night. Just the word of the half hour. I'm not going to overdo it. But for now, Eric, you're delightful. Eric MCM. We did a live stream with him just the other day at the East Room online. And it was, well, it starts with a D. Joe! Hello, Joe. Welcome. Oh, Lucy Who, Cat Gibson. That's a really cool cat, I'll say. This is wonderful. So, as I mentioned, we've been doing some of these live streams on previous platforms. And this is us playing around with it here now on YouTube. We've been on YouTube for a very long time in various forms, mostly music videos and live shows. Not live like this, just videos of live shows. You know? The old-fashioned kind. This is the new-fashioned kind, but we're bringing an old-fashioned twist. It's pretty good. I want to introduce you to, before I introduce you to the star of the show, star of this episode, I want to introduce you to one of my favorite microphones that I have. This little piece of crap I got about a decade ago at my first job. Topper's Music in Lebanon, Tennessee, and I was working the counter, and we did some music repairs. Did we do microphone repairs? No, we didn't. But this guy thought we should, so he dropped it off. And I took it home. I didn't know how to fix a microphone, but my dad did, so he helped me fix it. And he helped me fix it, meaning I was like, hey, Dad, can you help me with this? And he was like, oh, yeah, go get this thing. And then I went and I got it, and I came back, and it was finished. So I still don't know how to fix microphones, but my dad does if you need any help. And this, I like it because it kind of sounds kind of bad, but hopefully in a good way. We liked it. It sounds dope. Thank you, Eric. This is great. Isn't it pretty cool? It's mostly... I don't know, we did some sound tests, and it doesn't... ooh, sounds like the streaming from the Tower of Terror. Good. Good, Aaron. I hope you can hear the word, the words. The words don't matter. The music behind me. It helps set the vibe and the mood, and that way we can hear it without wearing headphones. I believe... Oh, Jay, if you throw money at problems, they get fixed most of the time. We don't have much of that. That's a pretty good segue to our little, if you feel like tipping us, we're here on Venmo and PayPal if you love that kind of thing. Also, I realized I didn't finish this. He never came back for the microphone, the guy who dropped this thing off. So it wasn't that I just stole it. It was that he... dropped it off, no expectations, and he never came back. Maybe he's watching. Maybe he's watching today. I think he hosted Little League shows. I don't. That's how much I know sports. You know, those baseball shows. He used to host them. He was the MC of the 9 bats. I think it's time. I think it's time to bring on someone you've been waiting for. Fine folks, all of you out there, fiends, friends and enemies, the previous owner of this microphone. welcome Wicked Ida, everyone.
Yay! Hello!
So, Wicked Ida has been our puppeteer since 2014, and has been involved in just about every aspect of the band since then. She has recorded her voice on new upcoming songs. She's played with us on stage music. She has done puppetry. She has co-directed with me, and we're here to bring the curtain back. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. Same as
Settling
before.
in? Sure.
When we saw each other before the stream started.
That's true.
And then the
basically the same.
The months before, about the same. So pretty good.
That's good. That's good.
I think so.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks for
Cheers.
joining us on this Wednesday night. Eye contact. Eye contact. Don't you lose eye contact with us. Not for 1 second.
It's real. It's like you're really here now.
It is.
I hope you did it in time. There's some of you who are like, "Oh no, I was going for my drink and I missed it."
Sorry, we didn't prepare.
Now we'll cheers again
adequately.
when it's Ryan
When it's
LaFave.
appropriate.
Cheers.
Cheers, Ryan.
Tommy Gibson, hello. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Tommy. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much.
It's the truth.
I'm very
Steven
lucky.
Eschner. Hello.
What?
I didn't want to talk over you.
Sneak in a hello,
I was
it's
like,
okay.
"Oh, hello. Hey, Steven. Ida was talking. So, but I see that you're here. Thanks for showing up, Steven."
Cheers,
Jillian.
I had a lovely FaceTime date with Jillian today, and you should all be tremendously jealous because we had a great time.
Yep.
It was a very, very good time.
I heard about it, and I was jealous. So, Jillian is our keyboard player.
Yes.
For those who do not know, and for those of you who are on the email list, we're doing these separate bios bi-monthly to get to know the band and the people in and around the band. It was Jillian's turn today, so that's a little hint if you want to get some of that.
So fun.
You can just join that.
Tracy! Skull, my friend.
Oh, well, time for another.
There we go.
Skull.
Skull.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
What you guys drinking? I hope tasty things.
I hope so too. Life's too short not to drink tasty things. If you're drinking something gross, quit. You know?
I
Just
agree.
Stop. Not a good idea.
We've drank a gross thing or two.
The drinks are far from the computer, Joe. Don't you worry. We will not spill on the computer.
I have my own computer now, and I can do what I want to. That's how the last one died. You know what? My space bar is a little sticky. That's an aside. I haven't spilled on anything on it that I'm aware of.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Mom! Marilyn's here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink. Ooh, chocolate milk, Tommy. Good choice. I agree. And mead, of course, for Trace. So, Trace is my sister-in-law and also the artist behind our newest single art. Both Reapers and Target Practice.
Fantastic.
And coming up, the next one she is currently working on, and it is looking very nice. So, anyway,
You borrowed Joe's camera and somehow spilt melted ice cream on it?
No.
Rude.
No, I didn't. Okay. It wasn't. It was more like I. It was more like I spilled your camera onto my ice cream.
Perfect. Yeah.
No, I don't even think I was. I don't think. You can't just blame me for all of your sticky things, Joe. Joe Cleary, our violinist, that you're probably aware of. Now, we could talk to you all day, and we're going to continue to, oh, Gila, hello! Drinking coffee, questioning my life choices. It's fine. It's early. Just stay up with us.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
This is great.
Right.
You're right.
The situation is
sticky situation. Now, I think I want to kind of tell some of the folks out there, you know how we met.
Yes, I do. Do you want me to tell them?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'll just.
Unless you wanted to.
No.
Okay.
Not really.
No, you said it was 2014.
It was 2014.
The year of our Lord 2014. That was 6 years ago on April 1st. It was just before this. I was invited to be a part of a show called the Festival of Fools, which was hosted by Fable and our mutual friend Ghostus from Cigarette Trees introduced us and passed my name along, and we did a short puppetry piece, and that was how we met. It was in the tiny little venue room on the top floor of Bongo.
I don't know if you guys
Bongo
remember
Java.
that, or if you've been there. Does that still exist?
The tiny venue?
Yeah.
I don't know if it does. If anyone has any insight on Bongo Java these days, let us know, because I don't actually know. I haven't been there in a while.
Sorry, somebody just sent us a tip, and it included, thank you for the tip. Thank you very much.
That was very nice of you. Thank you.
I'm not going to say where the point was, but they were 3 6s in a row, and
that's nice.
It was pretty fun.
That's nice.
I see what you did there, and I liked it. Thank you very much. Yeah, so it was Festival of...
Oh, so no, it's gone. Someone bought...
Oh, it is gone.
Bongo to remodel.
Ah.
It's a shame. That was a fun night, though. It was a very fun little, very intimate venue.
It was very fun. It was before, so many of you know that we do Festival of Ghouls now. Mm-hmm. Actually, Ghostus of Cigarette Trees, who also performed, he was he's a fellow puppeteer and musician that we knew, and as she mentioned, introduced us when we were putting this variety show together and needed variety acts and puppets, of course.
Oh, I forgot to mention that was the first puppet show that I had done of my own stuff. That was the funny thing, was this show... Ghostus had recommended me to Zach, saying, oh, she's great, she does her own puppetry, she does all this stuff. I had never done an actual puppet show for other people, like, not since I was a kid, so I hadn't actually started doing puppetry yet when I said, oh yeah, I totally have something for this show, no big deal.
I was not made aware of this fact by anyone. I didn't follow up on it. Well, I assumed, because Ghostus had such high praise.
Yeah.
And you were so confident, like, we chatted on the phone, and we didn't actually meet until the day of the show, April Fool's Day. And, yeah, I think you didn't tell me until well after the show happened.
Oh yeah, it was like months later that I told you.
That was my very first puppet show ever that I wrote.
And it was fun. We had a great time. But so then after that, it was several months after that, wasn't it? That
yeah. So that also I'm gonna tie in some history of this and go on a quick segue of where the band was at the time. The Festival of Fools. Sidebar Safari.
Buckle up.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Live
it's
your
a bumpy
life
ride.
Risky. At the time of Festival of Fools, we were a duo, if you will. Actually, we'd just become kind of a trio. Anyways, it was one of the last shows that Kirsty Farron, who is right there.
It's right there.
Whose name?
She's
Hello,
here.
Kirsty. This is great. You are included in this story. So she and I started Fable coming up here 10 years ago. This summer will be the anniversary, which is freaking bonkers. So that was one of her last shows. She was kind of on her way out, and then the new material needed a lot more going on. Musically, we had always been just the two of us, so we were building it and making bigger sound. So that was one of her last shows. So we did this show, this variety show. We did the farewell show, and then I kind of was like assembling this band. Enter Joe Cleary and Jillian eventually, who are in the comments as well. So one of these songs that we were putting together these music videos, and one of the songs was a song about Victor Frankenstein from his point of view, and I was feeling strange at the time because we were creating something new. Because everyone was used to the band being a certain way, so it was sort of redoing everything. So the song is sort of, it's about Victor Frankenstein, but it's an up my own ass artsy poetic song about how scary it is to create. But you're gathering all of these pieces, all of these memories, and all of these your skills and stories, slapping it together to make this monster, and you don't know how people are going to react to it until you release it, until you bring it alive. So that was what the song was about, and we thought, what better way but to do the music video exclusively with puppets.
Well, and if I recall correctly, you had originally been picturing marionettes, right? I want to say that was that was a conversation that we had.
I love marionettes. That would make.
And
no,
so
that's yes.
The original thought was to create the video with marionettes until you saw. I was performing with another artist in town, Cassie Hamilton, and we were doing a house show. And she had designed this gorgeous puppet that is a two-handed puppet. And a two-person puppet where you operate the mouth with one hand, the left hand, and then the second puppeteer operates the right hand. And so we did this show that was in-house, and Zach and Ghostis came to see it, and then afterwards we started laying. It was a great show. It was a lot of fun. We had a whole audience of adults sitting on the floor because we didn't have an elevated stage, and so we just kind of got up there at the beginning and we're like, you can see better if you sit on the floor, and then just everybody immediately sat on the floor.
That was upstairs in a small room too.
It was, yes.
So for a while, that was the only types of shows that you wanted to perform.
Yeah.
It just worked out that
we were
way.
just doing small shows at the time. So, yeah. And then afterwards, we started laying plans for The Good Doctor, and so it began. And I think that's what we're going to delve into more tonight.
We're going to delve into some of that. Also,
Joe entered
people are
with a
talking
cape.
about.
I don't know if you saw that. Or not, she did.
You always enter with a cape.
That's true.
Joe. And thank you for keeping it up this whole time. And I definitely encourage everyone to do the same thing. Enter with capes more often. Most often. We have a few pictures. I was going through when we were going to be talking about The Good Doctor, and we were going to. Many of you have seen the video, I'm sure. Maybe not. Maybe this will be your first time. We'll show it in a little while. But I found a bunch of behind-the-scenes photos on my phone, and that was so exciting. And I thought, wow, let's show everybody too. Did that illustration make it?
I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is. It's back there somewhere.
So that's okay. We have plenty. I misplaced one of the first. What do you call them? I guess you could call them drawings.
I don't know.
Oh,
are they drawings?
The first sketch of The Good Doctor. Before it was even a puppet, the first design of The Good Doctor, the first illustration. Anyway, it's somewhere back there. It's somewhere So if we're behind the curtain, then I guess it's
it is
in
also
front of the curtain. This is the back.
Ah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
And it looks nice from behind. So, little little known fact about Fable Cry.
Yes, so the the design of the Good Doctor, actually Cassie did the design of the Good Doctor initially. So she was the one who came up with the idea for him to be blue. That was her her design, and he looked a little different he looked a lot more like you in the original sketch in terms of
like
face shape and blue skin.
That makes sense.
So
yeah.
So then from there, she ended up building the monster, and I ended up building Victor Frankenstein. And should I pull him out? Is
No.
this a good time, or we gotta wait?
I feel like let's wait.
Okay.
Let's make him wait. You've seen the video, you've seen pictures, so we can show you other pictures and video.
Yes.
I think that's a level of intimacy.
We're not ready for that yet.
I don't think anybody is yet. I got intimate with the Good Doctor fairly recently for the first time.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it's. Anyway, we'll talk about that part later. But okay, Kat, make sure you come back soon.
Come back soon. We'll miss you.
We'll miss you. I don't know if they're coming back.
I don't know if you guys can hear the background music, but The Blob is playing right now. And if you don't know the song,
oh,
it's a good one.
I love this song.
Yes.
No, it's not just my phone. It's a record player or the radio or something. We can put a.
Magic.
It's magic. Ooh, it's old. It's junk. All of our things are bad, but charming.
Very charming.
New Prince.
Nothing but character.
Has some fan art. Thank you. From Welcome to the Joint. I don't know if we saw one from a while ago on the Twitter. So I'm terrible at Twitter currently. I hope if this video gets archived, people will watch it and be like, really? I can't believe that he was ever bad at Twitter, because he's really good at Twitter now. I don't know, it's just so boring, and there's no images, and it's so hard for me to get into and understand, and it just looks like a mishmash. Except I apparently missed a really cool image from Newt Prince. So,
we gotta get on that.
We're gonna, but you wanted to know where to send it. You can send it to our email, fablecryband@gmail.com, or a messenger through our Facebook or our Instagram.
Carrier pigeon. Trained ferret.
Oh, those are hard to come by.
Land gulls.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah.
When you see them parking lots, those are pretty good at.
Those are good. I like them. We're gonna need them around. You know what year it is. It's time for the...
I'm gonna be so distracted by this song. It's such a good song. Sorry.
Okay. We reposted it. Yes. So, it was the one...
Owl post. Yes, thank you, Jillian. How silly of me to...
Look, we're gonna settle this.
I like Ryan's.
I didn't want to...
Said to yell a description of the image from a rooftop. Please try that, just for fun.
Is it the one... it's very exciting. We went from having basically no fan art that wasn't made by me to like having some come in more and more. And I think, is it this one? Newt, I hope you can see this. Is it this one? Because that one was freaking awesome, and that's the one that we got on Twitter.
That one was amazing. I remember.
I hope that's the one.
I hope that is yours.
And if it isn't, please resend it. We're gonna have a Discord soon.
Yes.
Draw Joe with a cape. Nope, it's not.
No!
Nude Prince. Now I feel like a fool.
No.
Other reasons. This doesn't help though. So, I think maybe I feel like I was about to say a few things, probably. Usually. Chronic fatigue. That would be great. Maybe tonight will inspire you and you want to do something of the Good Doctor or some other puppet that Ida here is going to show off.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
It was this one. Oh, my goodness. It might be the moment of truth. Newt Prince has said it was this one, but there's no image attached to it. Did it? Okay, I don't see it. I wanna. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Trace. That the microphone looks like a prosthetic arm.
It's pretty nice.
Apparently. Oh wow!
It does.
It does. Whose arm is it?
Oh. Well, wait. Put your arm back.
Oh. Oh, it's hard.
Well, it's black and white, so you can kind of cheat it. But
Yeah.
Like, put your elbow up there.
This is the puppeteer, all right. She gets it. Wow. Dang.
Thank you. Good night. We'll see you all next time. Oh goodness. Hello, Anthea.
Oh, hello, Anthea. Nude Prince, we're gonna do better, and I'm gonna find this, and you send it to us, and I believe you.
One way or another,
I believe
this
you,
picture
and
will get
I,
to you.
A few of us run the Twitter, so I don't know that I've personally. I don't know. I thought it was that one, and it wasn't. Anyways, we're gonna get to the bottom of this, and we're gonna. Oh, William.
Thank you, William.
Thank you.
Oh,
You
is
did.
it time for the Fable Cry ASMR?
We
did get requests.
We got a request.
The Fable Cry ASMR.
We had a little survey come out that we were sending around. It was just asking what you might want to see or hear. Apparently, this was part of it. I don't know if I'm doing it right.
I think you're doing it perfectly.
It feels pretty good.
Sorry. You're doing it perfectly. What if no one could hear you talking?
We were
right now?
talking
What
too
if
quiet.
It was so
All you
low
hear is
that no one. Oh, good idea, Trace.
Here,
Plastic.
I got an even better one. How about a latex glove?
Got some soap. We're gonna hone in on this.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Ooh, I got a leaf.
Yes. Oh, you got Ryan.
Oh, good. This is good.
Chris didn't like it,
It doesn't. I knew it. I'm not surprised. Unfortunately, not where. Oh.
Oh, you have no
wearing
idea.
headphones.
We have everything just happening to be laying around in
Yeah.
this basement.
Yeah, one specifically from the fall. Oh, shoot, yeah, there's fan art.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I gotta. Hold on, this is a.
We're all gonna discover it together.
Yeah, because I got multiple views going on. Don't worry about it, but I gotta check this out.
Ooh!
Oh, yes!
Wow.
I
Well
love
done.
that.
Well done. That looks incredible.
I love the detail of the mismatching socks.
That's how you know a true fan.
That's how you know. You've seen me before. Well, as long as we're on the subject, Newt Prince. Is that your? That's. Anyway, people follow Newt Prince.
Yeah.
On Twitter. This is.
Please do.
This is
That's
great, and YouTube if you're
amazing.
active on YouTube.
Yeah.
I love that. We got to the bottom of it.
We
Thanks,
did. I'm
I
glad
think,
we did.
to Aaron Lightning running behind the scenes, behind the other curtain.
Behind the other curtain.
There are multiple
Somewhere
curtains.
else.
So, how about a little bit of I'm going to show you some pictures.
Let's do a slideshow.
Okay, so we're going to do a little slideshow. We're going to take these one at a time. This is just these pictures they go back to 2015 when we were doing the video for The Good Doctor.
Oh, that's right. It was a year later. I forgot about that.
It was a year later. It was the next summer. And actually, we planned to do this anyway, and then realized that it's almost to the week of when 5 years to the week that we released the album, the video.
Yes.
And single. So this first little one, we're gonna bring color into it. Whoa! But we're up in the corner. We're up in the corner. You can see us.
We're still here.
We're tiny, and we're looking down. We're looking down at the landscape. So,
looks great down there.
It does.
I love it.
Whoa, it looks pretty good down there. We had a. So we were making this tiny graveyard because there needed to be a place, of course, that the Good Doctor was gonna find all of his goods to slap together.
That's true.
And I happen to have I had many years in making little tiny scenery. I played Warhammer and the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game and crafted. So this is kind of a showing, it's just a little bit of how it started to come together. Paper mache. Gotta love it. Do you?
I love it.
Do you love it?
I think it's great.
It just jumps. You can see there's a little tree starting in the corner there. I think we were watching something spooky, probably. I bet it was spooky. And then this was how it came together. It looked like outside, and my favorite part is which one's grass and which one's fake.
Oh, it's a mix of real grass and fake grass?
Well, in the picture it is.
Ah.
So
it's a fun game.
It's a fun game. We have more fun games.
Yes.
And then it was going through all of the different characters. So here were some different sketches and or paintings, the finished ones, in a pile there of all the different characters that Victor finds the body parts and puts them together. Coco Bridges did those. I made this sketch is of most of them, and then she painted them and made them look much better. I'm okay at sketching, but I'm not good at other things, so I get help. Now to the part where we're on set. And it's just a tease. Oh, you like that little graveyard?
Little tease.
You like the little graveyard? Do you see that little thing? I guess it's like that. Is it pointing at it?
I think so.
I think so.
So on my end of things, while Zach was building the cemetery, I was working on The Good Doctor. And The Good Doctor, as I mentioned before, I had not been doing puppetry for very long professionally. I had not been doing it at all yet when we met, so I was still kind of building my expertise. And he was one of the first, he might have been the first hand puppet that I made, like the first hand and glove puppet
really?
that I made. Yeah.
He's
Actually,
an incredible puppet.
I'm certain he is. And I love him for what he is. He's had to go through many repairs.
That's true.
Because, at the time, not great at time management, never been my strong suit, so I was wrapping up The Good Doctor himself, was still attaching parts of him by 6 a.m. the morning of the shoot. So
Yeah, and the shoot itself was going to start
noon?
at noon. Yeah, so it was drying glue and paint, and I mean, not that like I'm the table, the scenery was basically the same thing. It was very last minute, because I'm also
but
good at
Victor
procrastinating.
was definitely last minute. Thank you, Newt Prince. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much.
Have a good
Keep
night.
making really good art, and thank you also for doing that, for sharing it with us and poking us about it so I could see it. So I feel like this is the good.
You ready?
You're just ready. You've seen it before. Now maybe you haven't.
This is the good doc.
The good doc himself, presenting in all of his handsome glory.
He's so handsome.
Note the handsome part.
Very handsome.
It's a pretty good mustache.
Some of the other fun things about this, his little reflector is actually made out of the bottom circle of a coffee tin, and was just stuck inside the lid. So it's I tried to find an actual mirror or something like that, and everything was just catching the lights too much. So that was the one thing that was already kind of soft focus. But there was a lot of what makes up the Good Doctor is technically trash, which is my favorite way to make puppets. So
I think you can see.
You might be able to see it.
He's wearing
you can
it there.
see it in the video.
In the video,
the other
he's
fun
definitely
thing about him
has
is
this little trash button.
Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till we're on that fun
Is he
fact.
wearing it for that? I'm trying to zoom up.
I can't tell. I don't think
tell
so.
if he's
I don't
either.
think he is.
Well, you know what? Doctors need a break sometimes from their headbands. But he's definitely got it in the video that you can see.
Yes, Jillian, he is a blue Zach. He has Cassie based the design on him. She was looking at a picture of him while she designed it. So it was intended to look like him.
It's what I'm gonna.
And
it's what I'm aiming for. Also, you guys don't know, this is in black and white. You don't know what color my skin is.
It's true.
What's great about doing these in black and white is that nothing that is colorful has to match. That's not the only great part. Anyways, this picture. This picture shows. So you saw before how he's leaning over the graveyard and interacting with it here, and then kind of seeing what's from behind and underneath. So I'm scooted underneath it. Ida and Cassie are both there behind it. The Good Doctor's taking a slight break, perhaps.
Can we tell what specific scene this is from?
Yes.
So this is from in the beginning, as the Doctor is kind of combing through the graveyard. You see him shove a spoon. Was it a spoon into?
Yeah.
Or a spork? I can't remember at this point.
Because everything was tiny, so the shovel was just a spoon.
Yeah, I figured it was just a spoon. And so he shoves the spoon into the graveyard, and then smoke is supposed to shoot out, and that is what was achieved in the video. But what that effect looked like was Zach curled up under the table. Meanwhile, Cassie is operating the right arm. I'm operating the left arm and my right arm up above. I can't even get it in the frame right now to show you, but it was just, I was crouched down trying to hide behind the Doctor. And then also, she and I were blindly, I can't remember whose hand it was that had to stab it, but we were blind and stabbing it too. Because
the little trap door
we were
that
having
was
to
built
hide
into it.
Behind the Doctor.
Scoop and open it. And then pull out little bones and brains and skulls and little things that are just handing up.
Oh, that's something that's in front of
there.
the curtain I could grab.
Ooh, in front of the curtain.
I'll grab it for later.
Why wait?
I don't like to wait. But
did you find it?
I did, of course. So this is one of my favorite props from the music video. This is a rubber tongue that came in a little bag of rubber body parts that I found at Kroger, I think, at Halloween. And then this was just obviously a plastic skull thing, but we just put it in
From
there.
our tiniest enemy.
This was another one that scene where he reaches over, puts the tongue in, and then yanks it like that. That was so difficult to do. That was two people trying to act as one to coordinate hands. Separate hands to meet that and make it look effortless. So, but yeah, so I still have him. He's one of my favorite.
Hold the tongue.
One of my favorite little.
Oh. See.
Things.
We've been practicing. We have so many little tiny props that are just strewn around
really
both
do.
of our rooms. Oh, that's okay. Insiniac. Have a great night.
Thank you for coming.
joining while you can. Kat Gibson, you said
Welcome
you would,
back.
and now you have
Back.
your
You're
word.
Back.
Thank you. Ka or CA bassist. Brilliant. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm glad that there's been a lot of Cape talk that has continued.
Me too.
And
Please continue the
yeah,
Cape talk. Don't
please
let
continue.
us interrupt.
I see a
that.
blood cloak, Jillian. It's growing. I love this.
Chris. Okay, cool.
Oh, Chris.
Good to know.
Great. Oh, Chris. Freaking Chris. That's wonderful. I know. Yeah, Chris is a big. I know you, Chris. Thank you for joining. I don't know your YouTube, but now I do.
Oh. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
I feel like you just said Chris, LOL. You handled the Chris part, and we handled the laughs.
Yes.
We loved it because we were laughing.
Yeah.
At ourselves.
What was the next one?
This is fun. I'll tell you why. Joe, you loved it. This happened.
This is fun.
There's a little splatter. I'm going to pause the music so that you can hear, because there's a little bit, you can hear it going on. So this is another behind the scenes when it was happening. This is when he's now moved on from the graveyard, and now he's got larger objects that he is sawing. So you'll see that in the video, or you've seen it in the video, but this is what it looked like to get some of the special effects.
A little bit slower. Just as punchy, but further.
Your flesh!
Oh my god. Did you do
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Where is it? Here we go.
There it
Nope. This one. Okay. So as you can see, it's just a bottle with red blood in it, and just splash it, and you hear Coco gasping.
But the reason for that is because we had one shot. We could only do that one time. That coat is the only coat that I had for him. I found it at Goodwill, and so we knew as soon as we did the blood spatter, we were gonna have to only do that part of the video from then on. So we had to shoot everything else, which probably took. That was already kind of evening, wasn't it?
Oh. Oh my
yeah,
God.
because that was. I love it so much. We watched it so many. We watched it so many times. Yeah, sometimes you got only one shot to do something.
Yeah.
And that was definitely one of those cases. And that was
Yeah, Steven, it was nuts. It was so nuts. Like, we just didn't have a choice to do it any other way.
Yeah.
Like, that was.
We would
that
have
was
loved to. It was just like, we can't. We had one. What we said. What she said.
Yes.
Well.
Is that all of our?
Yeah, that's all the behind the scenes stuff that I have that was, that I could share.
That's true.
So, so, okay, there are some more props and different things, and if you guys want to, if you have any questions about further, but I think, we're gonna play the actual video, and we're gonna sort of chat about it in real time, referencing some of the stuff that we've just talked about. Doesn't that sound fun?
I'm excited. I love this video.
Gonna gas up here. Lucy, you're right. You've never been wrong about that. Alright. Here we go. So, also something that I hadn't mentioned is that this was all shot at previous location of Farron Ironworks. Also those little tiny headstones. We had everybody send their date of birth and initials, like, on posts, leading up to it. We're like, hey, we're making a mini graveyard for reasons. And then, and there he is!
There he is!
Traipsing along with his little fingers.
There's the spoon. There we go. There's the smoke. Oh, the other thing about this is Zach is handing us all of these tiny little things.
Yeah, so as I was laying underneath that table, I was just handing it up.
Handing us all the tiny things in order.
Surly Urchin Studios did this. Ryan Renborg. We've done so many things together, and that shot is so
insistent about it. I love it. That directing hand was Cassie. That was all Cassie.
Little mini brain and heart. Coco made those props. That's right. So sculpted those little. Oh, here's the tongue.
And yeah. All of this stuff happened so fast.
Also, yeah. So all of these. Oh my god. Ryan and I argued so much about that shot, and it was awesome. I insisted. Here we go. The splatter.
There's the blood spatter.
Oh, and note the coffee can
yes,
lid.
there's the coffee can lid.
They're
you
reflecting.
see the reflector. Here's a fun little Easter egg about this. So I told you, speaking of DIY charm, I told you that the Good Doctor was built rather quickly, and at a certain point, after about 6 hours of filming, his head stuffing started to come out.
Yeah.
And so every now and then you can catch a glimpse of it. Every now and then.
That shot is so funny. Oh, Ryan is here. Ryan Renborg.
Yay!
So, well, you're here just in time. We're showing the video. We were talking to you, showing off the props that you've seen. Just everything's getting progressively gooier as we're handling it more.
Oh, yeah.
This is a very sticky night.
This was fun, having to sew the monster arm.
Blindly. With two, again, these are two different people with each hand. So the this is going to the different parts of the body, where he gets all of his things to make the perfect corpse.
I remember you being so excited about the breathing here. Getting to do the crazed breathing with the doctor after his crazy laugh.
It just looks so good. Also, yeah, the wiring. So it's like
the
part
monster
mechanical.
Was so good. Yeah, Cassie filled him with a bunch of like wires, and she made a couple of organs out of water balloons, and a couple of, it's like. But she made his chest out of a pot lid, or a pan lid, so it was clear.
Yeah,
so that way you could see inside of the chest. This is the scene that I'm so excited to tell you all about, and I think I'll wait until it's done to give you the full rundown. But just remember this moment in the video. Because it's my favorite one to tell about.
And I think at this point, yeah, so this was all, there's so much to say. I'm also exhausted just watching it. Oh, also,
there's so many different little things. little Easter eggs that you can find in this video.
And then,
And those eyes were, oh, I can't remember what she made. I think she made them out of ping pong balls originally. And then they were manual, so you could actually twist the bolts on the side of his head to open and close his eyes.
which is
for that final shot.
really fun to play with.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it extra takes just to be able to. Also, something that I'm kind of
Thanks,
proud
Jason.
of, because this video is so weird and unsettling to so many people. Like, all of the others are kind of spooky. This one feels one of the most horrifying. And I genuinely think it's awesome how polarized. Like, Joe, yeah, the video scared me when I first saw it. Like, Joe didn't. Like, because she wasn't there for this shoot. She was there for all of the others. She wasn't there for that one. And so she didn't see it until it was done. Like, saw some pictures and was like, okay, cool, yeah, it's like a little spooky gray. Yeah, it's fine. Saw it, was totally unsettled. It was like, it looks amazing. I kind of hate it. And to date, it is our most disliked.
It is.
Yep,
It's the most
Joe,
polarizing.
it's one of the most disliked videos on our YouTube, which I genuinely, you know, because those who like it really like it, and those who don't, that's okay. We have others, but you're wrong, because it's really cool. So, it was a spooky and long night, Ryan. Yeah, so we started at noon, which meant that we got started actually, like, cameras on probably around 3, maybe 4. And then,
And then we went until 6 o'clock in the morning. And the reason that I made mention of... I love this. So this was my... this was the first music video I ever did. I think, like, I had been on sets for music videos before, but this was the first one I was ever an active performer in, and at a certain point, Cassie had previous obligations, so she had to leave, and then Zach took over the right-hand puppetry, but eventually we got to that last shot, which you see of the camera looking down at the good doctor. Now, what had to happen there is that we had to film that entire segment.
yeah, we were trying to. So as it was lifting, we were trying it, and it was jerky because it was all on chains.
The platform was jerky.
The platform
when we were
that
trying
the
to raise
monster's
it,
on top.
you had to pull a rope, so it would just jerk every single time.
But you'd see it. So the workaround and the way to make it much smoother was to lower it
and then film it in reverse, which also meant that I had to puppeteer in reverse. This is at 4:30, 45 in the morning, and we had been shooting all day and like had maybe had one pizza break and then just went back to it. Yeah. And I was kneeling on the floor of the shop, you know, concrete floors. I'm kneeling on concrete floors. I have the puppet held as high above my head as and I have little T-Rex arms. I have very short arms for a puppeteer. It's quite unfortunate for situations like
but you
that.
have the prosthetic at least for part of this
that's why I have the prosthetic,
yeah.
The music arm there. So, but the, yeah, so I'm kneeling on concrete, and I've got my hand over my head. I'm, like, dozing off a little bit between takes because it's just been so long, and so then we get to this scene, and it's like, we have to shoot it in reverse. And I was like, okay, let's do it, and Ryan and Zach are both continuously, because again, we had not been hanging out that long at this point. Like, we had maybe hung out a couple of times, you and I had. That was the first time I met Ryan. And yeah, as he was saying, Ryan was like, I felt so bad, and they kept checking in on me, and I just kept saying, I'm having the best time of my life. This is so much fun.
Because Ryan and I, like, Surly Urchin and Fable Cry, and even before both those existed, we've been making stuff forever, and we just work on adrenaline and work as long until it's finished. But it's a stupid way to work for most people. And so, yeah, exactly, like, how can you do that on one pizza?
I think there was more than one pizza.
There was maybe,
but,
you know, I don't know. I don't know. It didn't, we weren't worried about that. But that is one of the reasons, for sure, that, so Festival of Fools getting to work together in that capacity, and then working in film, making this music video, and her being as tireless and relentless to finish it in that night as Ryan and I were, it's like, cool, yep, she's working with Fable Cry forever. Like, we both work stupid.
It was great.
Don't stop until, because we don't want to ever.
But the other thing about that shot, though, to give praise to both Ryan and Coco, who stuck out I think they both stuck it out. I mean, obviously Ryan stuck it out till the end of the night. I think Coco was also there all night.
Yeah.
And so Ryan is, to get that angle, this is a big empty shop. There was nothing for him to, like, perch on other than a ladder. So Ryan climbs to the very, very tip top of a ladder with a big old camera and is balancing on the top of the ladder, filming down at me. I'm hiding behind a puppet. Meanwhile, because we don't have the right arm...
And the puppet's too small to hide two people behind.
And the puppet was too small for two people. So what we did was Coco stuffed the right glove with, I believe, a paper towel...
Probably
the
just
paper towels we had after, like the pizza or something. You know, it was just like stuffed the glove with paper towel, and then we found some fishing line or thread or something.
Yeah.
And so she is actually off camera pulling on a string to get his little stiff hand to just like move around kind of like another hand. And it ended up looking incredible. And and then the very last thing was that so that I could puppeteer in reverse, we had to find an app that would reverse the song so that I could hear what the syllables sounded like in reverse and lip sync to the nonsense that was The Good Doctor in reverse. So that was by far one of my favorite memories in my whole life, because I felt like it was just the pinnacle of, like, it's time to rise to meet the challenge and just do it. And it was so much fun.
It was so much fun, and gotta get revved up. There, so many of our videos and songs and shows have kind of started and turned out this way, where it's like, we got a big idea, we got a limited budget, we got limited hands, who is willing to
not sleep for 3 months
to get this done. Yeah, in the case of this video, I think it was only a few weeks from, like, me showing up to the house show that you were performing and saying, hey, we got a music video we want to do.
I think we maybe had a month to prepare. We had a little less than a month to build the monster and the doctor.
Yeah.
I would never agree to that timeline now. That's the funny part about it, is that was such a beautiful, inexperienced puppeteer choice of, like, we got it, no big deal.
Not to a stranger, but we still make things like that.
We do.
So, it's like,
we do.
It was a nuts. It was a nuts time. Thank you guys for watching and commenting, and
thank you.
for
Please
liking
keep
it.
Commenting
Can we listen to it in reverse? If you find the app.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I don't remember what app we had.
We weren't able to record it. It sounded exactly how you would think it would sound.
Somewhere Ryan has
a little bit like it was in French. That's what it kind of sounded like.
Somewhere Ryan has the he's got to have the original footage, in which case it would have so I don't know.
So
something to think about.
Maybe
Ryan Renborg down there, Surly Urchin Studios. I want to say real quick, he's been doing Surly Sundays, every Sunday, live streaming on the Surly Urchin Facebook page. They're fantastic, and he had me on for the first one, and we did sort of similar to this, where we broke down some different videos. So please check out what he's doing. We are both going to be on future ones in future times. Oh, well, I'm using this mic this time, but I was using a different mic before that didn't pick up. The dog farts. Oh, good night, Eric. I really needed you tonight. Eric, please take care.
Yes.
It was really good to see you last week. And take care of yourself. Oh, I don't know if you've gone yet, and it doesn't matter. I'm still going to say it. So Eric, MCM, Cosmic Charlie's, a Lexington venue, is closing down, and they're having their last hurrah, and it's a live stream this weekend on their Facebook. Quarantine, it's been rough on a lot of folks, including them, and they had to make a sad decision because they've been closed. So so please support them if you can this upcoming weekend. And it was kind of a sobering reminder. Just didn't mean to get serious, but here we are. It was a sobering reminder of what danger a lot of venues really are in. Oh, Eric, thank you. 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. on Sunday. So check it out. Cosmic Charlie's on their Facebook. It's a 24-hour streamathon. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
It's having a bunch of Lexington performers, some of which you've seen playing with us, some of which you've, well, I don't know where you're watching from. Some of you, I know Eric's from Lexington. So anyways, support your venues while you can and while they're around. And we want to be able to play real shows one day again. And we will. Okay. So after The Good Doctor, that was when the decision was made in my head and Ryan's, because you left and Ryan and I stuck around to wrap up, and it was just like, yep, Ida's cool. We're gonna definitely, like, if we need a puppeteer, that's gonna happen. She works hard and makes awesome stuff. Enough said. But there was so much more to say. So we, I believe that year was our, it was our first Festival of Ghouls and our album release show.
Yeah!
Our album release show happened in August.
Yes. I want to say it was like a 27th or 28th. I remember this show very clearly.
Could have been.
It was fun.
It could have been.
It was a lot of fun.
And so it was just like, hey, you did the video. We want to do that video now live. And many of you have seen what we do with that. And so
Although, yeah, so all we had from the video was the Good Doctor puppet.
it was August 29th.
I was so close.
Ryan.
So the album release show, all we had from Good Doctor was the puppet, which I repaired after the video and sewed his head in place so none of his stuffing was coming out anymore. And then replaced his wig. And then I got to work on these bad boys, which this is one of my tombstones that I made. This is all paper mache. You can see at the bottom kind of the tape and little materials used to do this, but this was actually, I was working at a brewery at the time, and we had those giant spools of plastic wrap, and they all had these fun little end pieces. So this is actually plastic, and that's what's at the bottom here, too. And so I covered all of this in paper mache, and I was working a couple of, like, corporate events where people were just having, like, very stoic luncheons in the empty, like, tap room. And so I was working those. They didn't have beer because it was early in the morning for some reason. And so literally all I did was just sit in the back and sculpt a very large tombstone as these guys were meeting off to the side. This is a cardboard tube in here. That's what it all balances on. And then I made this one out of styrofoam. So we got a little styrofoam pieces here.
So when you put them together, you got
Spray-painted
yourself
gray.
a little
So we had ourselves a little graveyard.
a little mock graveyard that then the doctor can play around with. You know, it's that easy.
We hid the
Oh,
monster.
stoic luncheons.
Yes.
A future song title. Maybe the album title.
Maybe the album title. So yeah, so I started by making those, and then
sorry. It's a good question.
Oh, what was it?
Stephen. That is true.
Yes, Stephen. The doctor not only was oh, well, actually, this happened here. I don't know if you've noticed. He was he is still covered in the same blood that was sprayed on him in that clip that you saw.
And
so,
probably some more since
probably
from
different shows and
different
performing
things.
lines.
Definitely on the inside.
Oh yes, he's just disgusting.
Just so many bloody fingers.
So he does have, is now an okay time since we've already debuted him.
I feel like we can talk about it.
like
You guys
this
want
is
to? You guys want to
appropriate.
see the good doctor? You want to see the good doctor? Do you
Victor?
want to see Victor?
Can you hand me the blue glove?
Yeah.
Put it on me. Please. It's
Yeah,
like reverse
I'm just
burlesque.
Just let him listen one more time.
Thank you. All right, so there he is.
Ha ha! Look at that handsome lad. Ah,
Thank you, sir.
that's fantastic. So,
Would you be a dear and pull on that sleeve? Usually I get my arm in the sleeve first. So, thank you.
So, here, I'll actually, just because I want to, this is the only glove I have. We couldn't find the other latex glove. I wonder why.
It's somewhere buried in the box of things.
It's buried somewhere.
So, this jacket is just a white blazer. It's a white women's blazer that I actually found at Goodwill. And there are holes cut in the sleeves here. So our forearms... Don't knock over the backdrop. Our forearms...
Oh, it's all scream.
Yes, there's space for your forearms. So then the two puppeteers have to act as one to make the doctor do things. Something that I love, so his eyes are ping pong balls that I painted with fingernail polish and gave them a coat of clear fingernail polish so they have that shine on them, but also that point of focus is so strong. And I love that the effect ended up being that it looks like his eyes are moving. They are perfectly still in his head. But because of the very, very slight amount that they are crossed, it gives him a point of focus, and it looks like they're rolling around and looking at things, which is super fun. No drinking during surgery. That's a good thing to remember.
Oh, that's true. Well, how do you know I was drinking anything bad?
So his teeth are fake fingernails. These are acrylic nails. They're white and sparkly if you get up close to them. Let's see, I think his mustache and eyebrows were fake fur. His face is old upholstery foam that I carved and covered with a blue polyester. And then, I think I covered the entire face in sculptor coat, which is kind of like, a fancy crafter's, Elmer's glue. Like, it's beautiful for, doing things like paper mache or doing sculpting or coating things, hence the name sculpt or coat. So his face is a little bit crispy, but his mouth, you can kind of see a little bit of the green foam inside, not in the black and white filter, but you can see You can see the original color of the foam as well. And his head is actually not attached. The reason that I did this was because with hand puppets that are like this, if the neck is attached, sometimes that can restrict the movement of the puppet if the neck is attached inside of the costume. So by leaving that sleeve unattached, he has complete free range of motion with his neck, and he can look around and do different things like that. He's a lot of fun to play with. Yes, nail teeth. I love the fact that his teeth are fake nails. It's just, I don't even remember, I totally stole that idea from another puppeteer. It was Morgan. Someone at the library had made a puppet with fake fingernail teeth, and I was like, I'm gonna do that. That sounds like fun.
They look so much like teeth, even from how far away you are, and they just, like, much about him, he just gets more unsettling the closer he gets to you. I love him so much.
He's a good boy. And this is a wig. This is a wig that I bought at our local hair world. And it was the only one with a streak like Zach had at the time, because he had that villain streak in his hair.
Villain streak, and just like, it looks great. So handsome. I was playing with him a couple nights ago, actually over the weekend, and we bonded. It was very fun. We were just playing with. This is a good segue into all the other puppets too. We can show off.
Right, I'm gonna put him down because it's
very
very warm in here.
It's very warm. We were just playing with these puppets. It's part of the reason why we wanted to do this theme for tonight. Because we just spent a bunch of the weekend just playing with puppets. So we were putting on like, we was like 80s dance music and.
No, it was the Cabaret soundtrack.
And also the Cabaret soundtrack. There was both. They're both always going. Which is why I have old-timey music, Halloween, spooky.
Oh, yes.
Do you love it?
I forgot to... I love it. It's great.
Answer the question.
So, adapting the music video for the stage, there is a recording of this on YouTube of the album release show where we did do The Good Doctor. The sound isn't the best, but you can see the general idea of the show.
Yeah.
We had help from Trace and Ghostus in making the monster come alive, but we had a big platform that he was strapped to, and then we're able to perform The Good Doctor live, and we used silly string when he started sawing into the body. That was the fun part, was we got to shoot silly string out in the crowd like guts.
Yeah, it was one of those ideas that worked in theory.
Yeah, it didn't look that great.
In practice, okay, I'll just allude to... You can figure it out, what it might have looked like. So I'm going to use this, our witch friend. Here's the table, and here's this. So the angle was like that from the audience. This is the table, this is Victor, okay?
Oh, and thank you, Aaron.
And then freaking silly string shoots out from like the table, quote unquote, but it had to be a hand behind the table. So
we learned things.
It happens real fast, so catch it if you can in the video, but it just...
Joe, the table is the part where the monster's laying, where the tombstones are sitting on top of the monster.
The table's the glass.
That was the other thing, was we had a teeny tiny amount of stage space to work with. And so the monster was on the slab, which was balanced on, I think, speakers. And then there was a sheet over the monster, and we set the tombstones on top of him. And then took them away as we went. So he also lost his eyelids. You may notice that the good doctor, when he starts the music video, does have eyelids. He has a much calmer expression. And I made him some removable eyelids that were just straight pinned into the foam. And that way I could secretly take him behind the table and take them off, and then he looks crazy. We lost those eyelids in that show immediately.
Immediately.
As soon as they came off of his face, they just went into
gone.
the ether, and they were gone forever. So I don't think I've performed him with eyelids since the first time we performed him live.
No.
That was the last time. But you'll notice in the transition after the good doctor slings the graveyard off to the side, then he looks a little crazier. So it's a fun little detail.
It's fun, and now he's just crazy all the time.
Now he's just forever crazy.
Somewhere at the East Room, maybe under the stage, there are two little blue eyelids.
Two little eyelids floating
just crawling around. Maybe they've joined forces and just flap.
I hope so.
So if you're ever there and you hear a little flap, maybe it's just a good doctor.
Just a good doctor.
Just kind of
blinking,
batting his eyes at you. He's flirting. It's hard for him to flirt now.
Yep, you know.
Let's pop your lids. Got that right.
It happens. Yeah, they have a whole... Scott's in pants at that show?
Yeah, no, Scott actually wears, he wears
true,
pants
he does wear
for a
pants
lot
for
of our shows, exclusively our shows, and not all of them.
Never outside of them.
That's what that show is missing, more of his leg, and more of his other leg. So we did that show. We did a repeat of it, of The Good Doctor, several times over, and slowly adapted it. It's evolved so much, and part of that is fun to not know, because we do something a little different now every time. We did it for the first couple years.
Yes.
And then it started evolving
2
where
years ago, in 2018.
The monster was different. Like things would change. We would do when we started doing Festival of Ghouls more regularly. We would have the monster performed by some other performer. So we had like Luna Devika was the monster at some point. Was doing a contortion act.
There was also
he's doing that, and there
was
a
chains.
There was a chains.
Yeah, hanging chains.
So like a hanging trapeze, but it's chains. Which totally tied into the beginning of that whole video. And then there's been all kinds of transformations. Yeah. She now has a horrifying mask that resembles ish the Good Doctor.
I evolved the Doctor. We've basically we're building the Good Doctor into so something that I love about the Good Doctor that is unique to the puppetry I do for the Good Doctor. Since I was involved in the video, it's helped me kind of understand like the general vibe of the song and the general, good directions to push it in. So it's just gotten progressively more meta as it's gone, because it's a song about making a monster. I made a puppet, and then I made a mask to transition into after the puppet, and then there's just all sorts of layers to it now, and we're just kind of adding more fun things as we go. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, doing these... It is
very fun.
That was the beginning of doing live shows with Fable Cry, was that album release.
Yeah.
That was the first one?
That was the first one. We've had so many... I can't believe that we're already an hour and a half into this. So I can and can't, and we've been streaming on Facebook and other venues, platforms. You guys know we run long. So we do have...
Chatty. We just like hanging out with you.
We like hanging out with you.
It's fun.
We miss you, and we like it when people give us a attention. So, and you're also nice and good looking.
It's true.
So it's nice to see your little
it's even more flattering.
little faces and your nice sweet words and your questions and your exclamations and
I
your
saw that.
emojis.
Nice.
Good. We're having fun too.
glad.
So there is so much to talk about, and there's so much. Yeah, this is like hanging out.
Yeah,
it is.
Stephanie,
It
we're
is,
hanging
Stephanie.
out with
We're
you.
hanging out. This is real life.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, this is great.
This is what it is. You
This
just
is
tell us when to
honestly
shut up.
very similar to
To hanging out
what
with
it
us,
is
actually.
like to actually hang out with us.
Yeah. Yeah, we talk a
just
lot
pace
about
around
ourselves,
more. That's
and
the
you
biggest
guys
difference.
ask questions about it.
Want to be our friend?
Guess what we've been working on? It's crazy. So, do you have a puppet in your likeness? That's a great question,
Very
Stephanie,
good question.
actually.
I don't yet. I have literally never thought about it before this moment, but now I think I need to make one.
Okay, I would say that's only half true because puppetry is her creative voice. So you do put elements of yourself into your puppetry.
That is very true.
So there are definite. I mean that.
No, that's a very good point.
But it's. So no, not the question you're asking is probably, do you have one that looks like
Yeah.
Ida? No, but and she should. But every one of them.
Yeah, I would honestly. What's hilarious is I'd say the puppet that closely resembles me these days is the eyeball alien that I have. I have a.
It does.
I have. If you want to find me on Facebook and friend me, you're more than welcome to. There's the Wicked Ida page, and there are photos on there of my of an alien that I made that's just covered in pink yarn, and it's a big green eyeball.
It's so good.
With little yellow feet and stretchy legs. It's a lot of fun. But honestly, that's probably the puppet that resembles me most in both mannerisms and looks right now.
Yeah,
it's
I love that puppet so much.
Yes, you can follow me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram at wicked.ida. Wicked Ida on TikTok as well. So
yeah, so if you like
trying to
seeing
do that
tiny
stuff
puppets
as well.
on TikTok or Instagram,
bunch of fun
or
dumb
Facebook,
videos.
It's fantastic. You'll see the one she's talking about, the eyeball puppet. I feel like it was somewhat close to the top of the Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just
It's
look at
on
all the
there.
pictures
Just enjoy.
and love
Just
all
look
of
at
them.
puppets and pictures of my dog.
They're great.
Who's the one who's been snoring in the corner this whole time?
Yeah.
If you've heard snoring going on
Or
in the background.
farts.
Or farts.
I'm not sure how well this mic picks up the farts, but so
Stage adaptations.
yeah.
Let's just groove for a second. Let's have a dance break. I'm glad we did that. Did you all do that with us? I hope you did. I hope you did. It felt good. Felt right.
Oh, that's great. So, Kat, you said your eyeball monster in the live show the other night.
Oh, that's
So,
a perfect segue.
It is a perfect segue, and also it's a different eyeball
It is.
puppet than
I
what
like
she was
eyeball
talking about.
things.
She loves it.
I love eyeballs.
Wicked Ida puts the eye in Ida, you could say. And I just did. So there. Thank you for following her.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yes,
following.
thank you so much.
You won't be disappointed. No.
So, as we're adapting things for Festival of Ghouls 2018,
Mm-hmm.
I began working with a puppeteer in town, Margot Horn. Margot Makes It Weird on Instagram. And I don't remember what their TikTok is, but they're more excited about Instagram anyway. So,
Something. I
Anyway.
don't remember.
So Margot helped me with these. These were, I knew that I wanted to come up with an eyeball monster of some kind for Dead or Alive, and my initial sketch, actually I might even have it in here. This is fun.
Great.
This is really
This
great.
is show and
Okay.
tell with sketch pads.
I love showing off my sketchbook because I even forget sometimes that I sketch things out ahead of time. There's the alien.
Oh,
Let's see.
there's Luna.
Well,
I see something you don't see. You're just gonna have to wait.
it's for later. It's for later. Well, I can't find it. I think it might be in
Maybe
a
it's-
different sketchbook. This is actually, that's the Grim Reaper, which is another puppet that we're going to show you. So I guess I'll wait on that one. We'll show you the eyeballs first. So, the eyeballs started with latex masks. These were on Amazon. They are blue eyeballs that I believe the residents use? Yes? Something like that.
Yes, this is where it started.
Oh yeah, this started from the album release show.
Started from the album release show. You just gotta go find it. So this was a white mask eyeball that we painted that Ida and Trace wore during the live performance, and then shot glowing Nerf balls at people. I have had it sitting on my thermos. This
Your
my
fireplace.
my fire thermos. My fiery thermos. It's not a furnace, it's a thermos. All right. I regret nothing. This, anyway, that's why it's so warped and looks like just a broken human.
Yes.
Eyeball face. She's pretty under that, I think. We haven't taken it off
It's
in a while.
probably best.
Anyway,
to
it
guess.
started here. It was just a mask because we didn't have the full thing. But then it was like, she was like, "No, we need a full coverage here. Enter latex mask."
And yes, Stephen, they were very creepy. That was the other thing. Was it just like
They've
it
gotten
wasn't
worse.
quite the idea that we had initially had. So then we found these masks, and I know this is in black and white, but they come in like a blue. And so this one actually you can't see, but this one is painted red. I painted it all of these different colors, but then
They're all
the
different.
eyeballs themselves, we wear those masks over our faces. We have, I don't know where my little hat went, but we have actually baseball caps that Margot rigged to hold the masks in place, because there's only teeny tiny little slits that you can see through. So navigating a stage with cables, sometimes in heels, in those masks is really fun. It's a challenge.
It's like, know the edge.
Yeah, it's a
Where's the edge of
challenge.
the stage at
So
all times?
these are paper mache. I love to paper mache. We're very crafty. This is just a thing we come by, honestly. But this is just paper mache, and I finished it with a layer of white paper, and then gave it. It's really hard to see in the black and white, but there are little red Sharpie blood vessel lines on here, and then I painted another coat of white over the top. There's a lot more detail than there needs to be on these.
Yeah, and they're glittery.
And they're glittery, and
they're glamorous.
the irises are shiny.
Yeah, so you can kind of see, and then the white
We
dot.
can
and
sort of
also-
see in the masks. We have the question about can we see in them. We can sort of see in the masks.
Yeah,
It's
hollow.
just very difficult. These we hold with our hands. Again, it's a little tricky to see with because we've so cleverly,
Got it.
because puppetry is hidden in black things,
You can
basically.
see there's a little line.
This black hole here in the middle of it, you can kind of see the reflection. That is actually a pencil that Margot
Is it
wrapped
really?
in duct tape and then just glued the crap out of it to these eyeballs.
you
So, no, it's glued and duct taped inside. You can kind of see. So
That's
yeah,
amazing.
so that's how they made handles. I had originally imagined us attaching a handle inside the eyeball and reaching our hands in, so we just had like eyeball arms.
Yeah, but it was.
But
it
this was a
too
much
hard
better
to,
idea.
You
It
could,
was
you
a
could
much
direct
better
where
idea.
the eyes looked much better.
Yeah.
Um,
So we have 4 of
Yeah.
those, and we have 2 masks, and we'll split it up on either side of the stage to do that. And then, yes, there's glitter on just about everything I make for Fable Cry
It's
somewhere.
true.
It doesn't matter if I put it on there; it will just come off of Zach and then
It'll just
rub off on all of my stuff. So.
We're all helping. We're all helping.
Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. He said they look great from the stage.
Ryan.
So nice.
Ryan's so honest.
They
They do look great. I love these eyeballs so much.
They're so good.
And then the same size as the head.
Yeah.
So, the Good Doctor is Dead or Alive, as she was talking about, that has been adapting the live and spooky things. So, live kind of has just become like a, let's throw a bunch of spooky things at the wall, and we happen to have made, she's made several puppets of different kinds that we can kind of combine and play with how we want to. Because it's just a song about a bunch of kids trying to tell scary or spooky stories.
If you want to show them
eyeballs.
the sketch, this was from 2018 as well. So this was the Grim Reaper,
So
which
you might
I
be
had sculpted.
you might be asking, what am I looking at?
Might be.
You might be. So it's, I don't know if the camera's picking it up well. So there's a skull here, and then this is a whole. The person goes in here, the puppeteer, and then wears a backpack, and then it comes up with this overarching mechanism that the skull hangs from. So the person's in here, and then holds these skeleton hands,
Which were attached
which
to the
were
backpack.
attached to the backpack, but can kind of like reach through under the garbs and move them, manipulate them, and then this scythe is attached to whichever way it goes.
Yes.
So,
how I did that. Again, I struck with paper mache. This was the last thing I paper mache'd because I decided after that I needed to stop making things out of paper mache so I would be able to store them because all of these things are so big. But this buddy is all paper mache. I'll flip him around so you can see the back. He's hollow, so that kind of lightens him up a lot. There is actually a drawer handle that I had lying around that I reinforced at the top here with screws, cardboard, and hot glue. So there's that. And then his face was built out of it started with one balloon of paper mache, which I then cut up and sculpted kind of the basis of the head with that paper mache. And then I just started three-dimensionally adding pieces to the paper mache to build it up. There is actually, if you go on my Instagram, there is a build series of photos where you can see it in process as I was building it. This is like the box to something else. I love his teeth. His teeth are my favorite.
his teeth are so
I'll tilt them up so you
good.
kind of see. So these are toilet paper tubes on the top here, and these are incense boxes, like incense stick boxes on the bottom that
It's not bad.
that I cut out for those bottom teeth there. And yeah, and then just painted him from there. And then my mom contacted me around this time and said, would you have any use for a big pair of skeleton gloves? And so I said yes, and then put those on the end of a stick that I sort of painted white, wrapped it in spooky fabric. Spooky fabric hides a great number of sins. And then sculpted wire hands and fit them inside the glove. So his hands are posable. They can hold the scythe if they need to. My favorite is to have them point, and then you can kind of just like gesture at people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thanks, Mom. She's the best. She always comes through with fun stuff like that. So yeah, so when we started doing these lives, he was also spooky, and so we thought, why not?
Why not
Because it just seems fun.
bring that spooky into it?
Should I show the last one?
Or should we show it? This. Well, now you gotta show the last one because this song started playing.
That's amazing.
Ha ha!
Ah, this is the ghost. This might be maybe my favorite puppet I've ever made. This ghost was made for a what was that show? It was the after party. It was an Oddities Market after party.
We
and
did. Yep.
They asked me to do some stuff for it, and I didn't have a ton of spooky things, and so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just throw some stuff together. That'll be fine. And this was one of them. So the ghost is very, very simple. I'm going to show you how he works real fast.
Well,
he's actually a wig head. This is a wig head that I found at Five and Below. That was it's a really nice one. It's got like muslin on the top, like a cotton fabric on the top, and then it was showing through, so I covered it with black fabric just to keep that clear. This is a tent, I think it's a tent pole, so it's got one of those, like,
those
little
clippy boys,
clippy boys there.
You can snap them.
I wish I had it here. I don't. I have a belt, actually, that I wear when I do this character. This is just a dowel rod that I painted black that fits inside of there. It extends it just a little bit farther so it can fit into that belt. And then I wear that belt very up high on my waist. And that way I am able to... This material is very heavy lycra, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like what they use for projection screens a lot of times. So it's a little stretchy, but it flows with every movement.
And so I can have this sitting in the waistband of that belt. Oh, and then these eyes are just fun foam that I glued on there and pinned everything in place. So you can use your own hands to be his hands. And what's great is because he's on that belt, he is actually floating above me when I perform him on stage, which is my favorite thing, is that he gets very tall and can kind of float above the crowd and float above people on stage.
All of your puppets are so thirsty tonight, aren't
very
they?
Thirsty.
They're very thirsty.
So yeah, so this is the ghost, and he was, I don't even remember how I came up with this design. I think this was just like...
Well, it's a classic ghost.
It is a classic ghost. I do love the Charlie Brown Halloween special.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great pumpkin Charlie Brown. I love his ghost costume.
It's the most accurate
Classic.
to the real
Hence
ghost.
the reason there was no mouth. I didn't want a mouth because I wanted it to be like one of the Peanuts ghosts.
Yeah.
From that. He's very... I like the fact... All I'm doing to move him, by the way, is just turning that rod very quickly with my wrist. So if I pay attention to where he's looking with his eyes, I can have him just kind of interact with people and things very quickly. And all I'm doing is just twisting that rod. And it gives him more... if I bounce him around, it makes the fabric move.
Makes the fabric fluff and flow.
So he looks very spooky.
And yeah, then when you have that belt that you can... it fits into a cup, sort of, from
Essentially,
the belt.
it's like a little loop.
It's like a little... And then that dowel comes out, so that frees up your hands.
Yeah,
right? So
and that way...
do the little
I
flippers.
was able to look around.
Just
so,
like
yeah.
a real ghost.
Exactly.
That's how a real ghost works.
It's true.
I
love that, buddy.
I love this ghost so much, and these have just lived in here for a while. He is a little troublemaker, Cat.
Big time.
And yeah, what's awesome, Stephanie, you said it's so simple and so fantastic. There's so many. That's another thing, because Fable Cry is so often working on a budget. It's like, hey, these are things that we would like, or these are things that we've seen you do and want to have you incorporate. She's great at slapping together something very simple, something very cost-effective that has so much personality and character. It's mostly recycled goods and things that are just like...
Again, trash puppets.
Lying around someone's house, whether it's one of ours or a friend's. We buy as little as we need to for...
It's true.
And you don't need to.
Listen.
This song is really good. I turned it down slightly, and I hope... Oh, no.
What's up?
I just hope that this video doesn't get flagged for all the music we don't own. We thought ahead with that one.
We're new to YouTube.
This
At least
is
YouTube
our
Live.
first YouTube
It's our
Live.
first time.
And I think we're wrapping up. I think we're getting pretty close to it. If you guys, we're going to be doing this every other week here. We're going to be talking about some of the new performances, the new album, The Last Festival of Ghouls, and sort of the story behind some of that. As well as we heard some folks that said they wanted to see some deep dives into our really old stuff, which would be a little bit hilarious.
Be fun.
So
Could be fun.
we might need to do a little bit of that. Upscaling, good for budget and good for the environment.
Oh, upcycling.
Upcycling. I don't.
So big.
Thea, you're right. Anthea, a fellow crafter who knows all about it, my sister.
Thank you. I work hard to make the puppet scene
It's your mom.
It's just been a lifelong practice. I've known since I was about 6 years old that I wanted to be a puppeteer, and
She's
about
a master
12 years ago I was able to pursue that. So, it's been really fun to get to play with my favorite band. It's really fun. And then lately getting to to sing and play with these as well it's been a real treat. I appreciate it.
Well, same, because, we're all stuck at home and quarantined, and we happen to be quarantined together with a whole bunch of puppets, and, that's not something everybody can say, and I'm grateful that we can. And I hope that you can say it in the future. Make the change. Oh, Joy Carpenter, it's Heidi.
Hi!
Hey, Heidi. We met Heidi at Dragon Con when we performed there.
Yeah!
Another one that we were like, well, we're doing a big show that needs to be theatrical, so Ida and Margot are definitely coming with. And
so much fun.
Brought a bunch of this stuff, and we met Heidi there, another puppeteer. Heck yeah. Well, so you may have seen the post. Yes, the next live stream is June 10th. We're going to be doing maybe a couple of page takeovers as well, like we've been doing on Facebook. For now, oh, Silly Spook Sync is here, Ricky.
Hello!
He's a fantastic artist and does a whole bunch of stuff. Silly Spooks, please check him out. Has most of his stuff on Instagram. Some of it's on Facebook as well. Maybe I just use the Instagram more for that, so I see it more. But follow him. I recently reposted some art that he did. It's very good. I like how these inevitably, because we have so many talented friends who help keep us company during these and joke with us, that it just turns into a, like, no, you.
No, you're
no, you.
good at
Go
what
check.
you do. Go check out that
Go look
person.
at him. That person's great. Try it out. You might like it. It's great. Well, how's about we show some of these in motion and let people get back to their lives?
I think that sounds nice.
All right.
I think that sounds nice.
Guys, we're going to play a little song. We're going to play a song to close this out. How about that? And many of you are familiar with it. Many of you have heard this song. Many of you have seen us do it on the live streams. And we've been talking about the puppets. And now you'll get to see what they look like in person. Not in person, in fake person. Now, what's... in fake person. Also, Jo has a little trick that she's told me, is that the more you have to go to the bathroom, the better you perform.
I hope that's true.
You gotta go too?
I gotta pee.
Man.
It's time.
Me too. We gotta go real bad. That's actually why we're cutting this soon, because I'm about to pee my own pants. It makes you focus, but does it make you focus on the wrong thing? Oh, Ryan, that's perfect. That's why I've always performed so well. I do always have to pee. I have a tiny bladder. Warm heart. I think that's how the saying goes. Alright, guys. I'm going to try not to break the seal. We are going to try not to pee in front of you. Another reason for it being black and white. So, let's see. Let's make sure that you can see everything going on. We're going to play you Dead or Alive. And in doing so, there we go, a little adjusted. In doing so, you're going to just see how a lot of what Ida does and is so good at is just playing. And that's so much of what puppetry is. It's a lot of what music is too, but it's just being able to play and having these different puppets. You'll see. We're just going to play. Also, if you guys know, there's always one more thing. If you guys know the dance, because you know we love the dances, you know we got to dance together. So, we do a little shimmy. We're going to need you to do it as well, because I'm wearing socks this time, so I'm real slipper-sidey. Okay? Here we go. Ready, Ed?
Yeah.
You think I won't find eyes at the top of the hill. You dare me, but it scares me. You think I won't, but I know I will. Just like the fortune teller's dream, it's golden, cruel, and dark and mean. When the bones get up and walk, it's just exactly as it seems. Dreams are all etched out in stone. You're full of pride, but not alone. When the sheets get up and dance, you'll sing their song, you'll sing their moan. You think I won't find eyes at the top of the hill. You dare me, but it scares me. You think I won't, but I know I will. then you died at the end. Once upon a time, there was me, then I died at the end. Once upon a time, we died, but then. Once upon a time, we came back again, alive! Yay! We did it! Guys, you are fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us
Thank
this
you guys
evening.
so
Spending
much.
so much time with us. So much of your Crayons is here. Hello. Well, I hope you've been here longer, because we're about to leave. But y'all have been fantastic. We are doing the
so
next
much,
one on
everybody.
June 10th.
June 10th.
You can follow Wicked Ida on Instagram,
Yes.
wicked.ida, and search Wicked Ida on
Facebook
Facebook
and TikTok.
and TikTok. If you like what you've seen, we take tips, and you can tip it here if you feel like it.
I thought you were gesturing to me for a second.
I'm very
and
sorry.
I was
No, you can, if you like what you've seen, sometimes you can't. Sometimes a joke chooses you.
It's true. There it is.
There
right
it is.
there.
It's right there.
It's right
If you
there.
feel like it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anthea. Miss you, sister.
Thank you guys so much. This was so
Thank
fun.
you, Ricky. Thank you, Stephanie. Joe,
Stephanie.
you V good, Zach. I just immediately read V and thought you were saying versus Zach. I'm expecting. That was a genuine nice. I appreciate it. Thank you. Joe's going to be on a future one, and we're going to be talking about the newest song with the target practice.
Yes,
And breaking down some more dances for those who want to see it.
Yeah, we had a really fun time last week over the weekend doing a choreographed
Oh yeah.
backup vocalist dance.
Yeah.
Taught to us by Joe Cleary
This
in
was,
real time.
This was on the East Rooms page. Anyways, there is
It was fun.
there's a lot of fun we're going to continue bringing. So thank you Stephen, thank you Crayons, thank you Gila, thank you Kirsty, Anthea, Mom, Joe,
Ryan, Jill,
Joe, so
Kirsty,
many, Chronic
Stephanie,
Fatigue, Kat Gibson,
City
Monica
Rodriguez,
Rodriguez, thank you Darren Hughes. Oh no, Darren, you're too late to the
Darren.
party. Why, Darren?
Darren.
Why? Oh.
We were asking
oh.
about you the whole time.
What? Oh.
Where were you?
But we got drunk because we were
Where were
depressed
you?
because you weren't here. Oh. Well. Don't worry about it, Darren. We're going to be having another one on June 10th. Don't
On
be
June
late.
10th, come back.
Thank you guys very much. We love you. And
Thank you guys.
some of you more than others, but all at least a little bit. You're fantastic. I guess that's all for now.
Seems about right.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Have the best good one.
wait until the very, very